Now, before you begin to drift into a deep state of relaxation and inner focus, I'm just going to say a few words about being more fascinating. The word fascinate comes from the Latin word fascinum, meaning to enchant or to bewitch with magic. And when someone's telling an absolutely fascinating story, where their every gesture, every facial expression, every inflection in their voice makes you more and more curious and absorbed, then it really can feel like magic is happening. People can be fascinating in all kinds of different ways. I had a chemistry teacher at my school who had an incredible passion for her subject. Her enthusiasm and the way she got us to visualize how all the mysterious molecules we were studying combined together, as if there was a beautiful dance of particles happening all around us at all times, really brought the whole subject alive for us. Sometimes a person can be fascinating because they have a very open, creative, free-flowing mind that can continually see things in a new way. Stand-up comedians excel at this when they show us the absurdity and humour that's present in everyday situations. Something as apparently humdrum as sitting in a traffic jam or buying a coffee from a cafe can be a goldmine for comedy and humour when you start looking at those situations from a new angle. And other times people can be fascinating because you get the sense that there's a lot more to them than meets the eye. You might feel that you know them in some ways, but that they have other sides to them that are somehow quite elusive. Now, that doesn't mean you should try to artificially cultivate an air of mystery to be more fascinating, but these are all useful themes and patterns to bear in mind when it comes to communicating in a more compelling way. For example, one way to make a talk more fascinating is to explain most of the ideas you're presenting in a memorable, thorough, and engaging way, but to leave one or two stories half complete, to deliberately leave one or two ideas in the talk only half explored. That way, people leave with a sense that while they've thoroughly learned many things, there's still more to learn and understand, and they don't develop a premature sense of closure about your talk. In other words, they leave still thinking about it and wanting more. The hypnotic part of this session is going to guide your unconscious mind to tune up your communication skills, to dramatically boost your ability to be fascinating and compelling as a person. Now, whenever you're working on improving your communication skills, it's important to be specific about who your audience is and what message you want to get across to them. How you speak to your boss is different from how you speak to a person you're on a date with. How you give a talk to some school children is different from how you give a presentation to some potential investors. So take a moment right now to think, what's one specific situation in your life where you want to become much more compelling as a communicator? And is this a social situation, something related to your personal life, or a business context? Do you want to be more compelling when speaking to one particular person or a group of people? Remember, you can always pick something different to work on next time you use this session, but for now, choose one situation in your life where you want to really tune up and refine your communication skills. And now that you've chosen that particular situation to work on for this session, you can just close those eyes, if you haven't yet, as you prepare to relax very deeply now. And one way to understand what it means to go into hypnosis is when words start to become a tangible experience. Because when you're in an everyday state of mind, just going about your business, getting on with your day, if someone tells you that you should relax, then that word relax might not help you feel very different. Because even though you might agree that it would be nice to relax, it just remains a word, an idea. Whereas in hypnosis, a word like relax becomes something you can really absorb deep into the body, deep into the mind. In hypnosis, words can resonate much more deeply than in everyday communication. So right now, just begin by taking 3 very slow, deep breaths. Let each in-breath be full and deep. Let each out-breath be very slow and smooth. And just begin to get the sense right now that it's okay to let go. It's okay to let go of trying to pay attention. It's okay to let go of trying to relax. It's okay to let go more and more with each out breath of any need to hold tension in the body. You can let go of any tension in the shoulders. You can let go of any tension in the jaw muscles. You can even allow the corners of your eyes to relax. You can allow the corners of your mouth to relax. And then you can start to allow the arms to become comfortably heavy. A comfortable heaviness that spreads down through the upper arms, down along the forearms, through the wrists, into the hands and the fingers. A statue-like heaviness and stillness in the hands and the arms, as the muscles in the core of the body relax, the stomach muscles, the back muscles, muscles of the pelvis, legs comfortably heavy, feet comfortably heavy, as you really begin to absorb that word, that idea, that experience of what it means to really, really relax. Taking the word relax deep inside now, dropping the word relax down inside from the head, down through the neck, down through the chest, down and down, deeper and deeper, into the core of your body, as you deeply and honestly relax even more with each and every out breath. And you know there's a reason why you're listening to these words, because you want to be more fascinating. And you know all the different benefits being more fascinating would allow you to experience in life, knowing that you're becoming more compelling as a communicator, knowing that people just get more and more interested as you speak, more and more curious about what's to come, until they're hanging on your every word, transfixed, absolutely spellbound. And there's an incredibly enjoyable feeling of connecting with a powerful primal energy inside you, connecting with a magnetic, electrifying, compelling sense of power and conviction knowing that you can engage people, connect with them, grab their attention, and be so memorable, engaging, and charismatic like this. Stepping into your own power as a communicator. And this experience of magnetic power building around you is something your unconscious mind can begin to deeply resonate with more and more as you continue to let go into hypnosis now. And it used to be said of Steve Jobs, the co-founder and CEO of Apple, that he was so charismatic and believed so much in his products. It was as if he could generate a reality distortion field, and someone might slate those products when first announced, like the iPhone or the iPad. Some magazine critic might claim that nobody would buy such products, that they were overpriced, that there was no market for them. But when you were with Steve in person, his certainty, his belief, his infectious enthusiasm meant that every person he spoke to became absolutely convinced that these products would be a huge success, as indeed they became. And you can relax even deeper still, all the way down now, into a place of focused power deep within. That's it. Deeper and deeper still. And there's a particular situation that you chose to focus on for this session. A particular context where you'd like to be more fascinating to the person or the people you're speaking to. And you can just begin to get a sense of being in that situation a little way in the future, right now, as you see that person or those people's faces as you speak to them, and just listen to any sounds around you and notice how you feel inside right now as you start to say whatever you say in that future situation. And maybe it's already going better than it used to in the past. And maybe there are still things you'd like to improve. And you can just allow whatever you experience in this imagined future to be what you experience. Because in a short time, we're going to be supercharging this future you with more and more magnetism, charisma, curiosity, and fascination. So now, just get the sense that you're drifting right out of yourself and begin to watch that whole scene as if it's on a big cinema screen in front of you. Just get the sense that you can lean back in a comfy cinema seat now. As you gaze up at the screen in front of you and watch yourself communicate in that situation. Notice your body language and see your facial expressions. Listen to the rhythm and the tone of your voice, and you can watch that whole interaction from the outside now, seeing the way the other person or people respond, seeing their interest as it sometimes builds and perhaps sometimes diminishes, just as happens in every conversation, and really getting a sense that there's an opportunity to begin to tune things up here, to refine things, to explore new ways that will allow you to become much more fascinating in that kind of situation. And in a few moments from now, when I count from 1 to 3, I'd like your unconscious mind, the part of your mind that dreams at night, without any conscious effort on your part, to dream a series of dreams of a wide range of new possibilities for you, new ways that you could be much more fascinating in that kind of situation. And you might see some of these possibilities flash up on that screen, and it's possible you might not see them all just now, because in life, creative insights, epiphanies, moments of personal transformation can sometimes only be discovered in the actual moment, where you can enjoy really surprising yourself by how very differently you're doing something now, by how much more free and confident and daringly outlandish you're being, as you discover new aspects of yourself day by day. And 1, and 2, and 3. That's it. Dreaming those dreams now. Seeing the images on that cinema screen changing. Seeing yourself gesturing more smoothly, embodying the ideas you're communicating. Seeing your facial expressions become more varied, more engaging. That's it. Hearing more variety in your voice, and watching how you remember to make use of pauses now and then, when you want to really emphasize a point, as you remember who you're talking to and speak to their values, their interests, getting them engaged. That's it. And you can see yourself speaking with more enthusiasm, more conviction, perhaps with a playful twinkle in your eye. You can hear new, creative, humorous expressions coming out of your mouth, more spontaneity in everything you do in this situation as you tap into the creative part of your mind more and more. And it can be like you're adding layer upon layer of fascination into this movie up there on the screen. Everything from your body language to your voice tone to the content of what you're saying. Different levels of how you're becoming more fascinating and engaging. A field of magnetic power building around that you on the screen as the person or people you're speaking to become more and more engaged, moment by moment. And sometimes you can let people relax by telling them a story or two. And other times you can really emphasize a point you want them to remember. Moments of intensity, moments of calm, moments of silence. And you can really open up to the possibility of doing new and different things, daring, humorous, witty, dramatic, or playful things that might once have seemed not like you because you weren't that kind of person, yet you were, deep down, always moving towards discovering this core primal power within yourself to engage people, to fascinate them, to enthrall them. Now, and when you see a you up there on the screen that you'd really like to become, then you can float into this future you and merge into this future reality, feeling the reality of being here now in the future, with everything being amplified, a magnetic field shimmering around you, fully and engrossingly engaging whoever you're talking to, really getting a sense of the reality of this now, from the beginning of your interaction with them all the way through until after this future event has concluded. That's it. Drifting all the way through to the end of that experience now, so that you can look back afterwards and really feel satisfied with how much more power you're developing as a communicator to deeply engage, compel, and fascinate people more and more. And day by day, as you listen to this session often, you're going to be deepening this connection to your own primal magnetic power and conviction as a communicator. And for now, you can begin to feel more alert and refreshed, and prepare to come all the way back with a real sense of good feeling by noticing the position of your body and the sensation of whatever it is you're resting on. And then whenever you're ready, you can just have a nice stretch and open your eyes. Good.